Hello, welcome back to another episode on Red Bull. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe and leave a like. Let's get into the story now. Thanks everyone for the kind words and advice.
Original story. 39M, my wife 35F has been having an emotional affair and is gaslighting me. I'm in quite a horrible place at the moment and I'm struggling to cope with everything going on. So please bear with me and any advice is greatly appreciated. This is a long one. So strap in. Married 12 years. 3 beautiful kids. And what I would call a pretty happy marriage. Until a few years ago. My mill passed away and it sent my wife into a horrible state of depression. She was crying every day almost. For about a year. But I stuck by her and supported her through it the best I could. She used to tell me how sad she was and she wanted her mom back. At the 12-month post-death mark, my wife came to me and said that she wasn't happy anymore and didn't know how to be happy. And then started telling me that the last 10 years of our marriage have been miserable for her and she resents me. I wasn't sure what to do with this info. So I tried exploring it. She told me that she wants me to help more around the house. Be more present with the family. I agreed to all the conditions and made changes the next day. Up till now, things have been pretty the same for us. I go to a workplace every day, whilst she has a full-time job managing the family and kids. I agreed to all the stuff she wanted. And I started making my family a lot more of a priority than it was before. I thought it was pretty good beforehand tbh. Fast forward 8 to 9 months and that takes us to February this year. I noticed strange behavior where she was being secretive with her phone. Texting a lot. The usual stuff you read about. I then stumbled on an open Facebook page. And snooped. And found she was messaging a guy from the gym, a lot. Nothing sexual/romantic. But a lot of chit-chat. Constantly. Every day. Tons of messages. He knows we're married. And I found that she has started telling him about all these marital issues she has with me, which I didn't really know about. I said nothing. And just kept a close eye to see if there was more. I found that she was lying to me about going out for a run with her girlfriends when she would really meet up with him and go running with him. This went on for about a month until I had enough and confronted her. I told her I knew she was lying about this guy and I saw the messages. And this relationship is not a good thing for us. She flipped out on me and told me I was being controlling and possessive. And there's nothing going on. And that he just gives her a male perspective on her issues and it helps her. She told me she doesn't like me making her feel like I'm judging her or accusing her of cheating when she has done no such thing. I explained to her that I am uncomfortable her having a male friend of this nature. And then she told me she can't stand being married to someone who makes her feel like this and it's enough to make her leave. I was like, what? This went on for a few days and we agreed that as long as she didn't lie about this guy, she could be friends with him but it had to tone down. That went on for about a month. She told me a few times she was going for a run with him. But the texts increased. Then she started lying again. I saw a lot of text messages she was deleting before they were deleted and she started lying to him even. She tells him all the amazing things she's accomplished which she hasn't and he just pumps her up with praise. They have met up a few times to get a bite to eat alone and lied about it. I caught her texting him in bed late at night one evening and she hid her phone quickly and pretended nothing was going on. I let it go until one night I found out she was out with him and she lied to me about it. I confronted her again. And the same thing happened. She flipped out and called me controlling and she can't deal with it. And I don't make her happy anymore. I told her that no one in this world would accept their partner texting someone they don't know. Of the opposite gender. This often. Especially at those times. In those circumstances, it's just not acceptable. She disagreed. She then told me she needs a week away from me because she can't stand being around me at the moment. She booked a hotel and took off. Left me with the kids. This takes us to the present day. She is currently away. But I have been snooping. To see what she's been up to. The first day after she left here. She arranged to meet him at the gym. Did a workout. Jumped in his car and they went to get dinner. The second day. They went for a run. And then got some dinner and sat in his car in the car park for about 2 hours chatting and eating. He dropped her at her car and she went back to her hotel. He went home. She's been texting him a lot in the past 2 days when he's not with him. I can't see the messages. I just have access to the message timestamps. She's been looking at his Facebook profile and searching for him online each night. And looking at his past girlfriends' pages. There's a bit I can see. But there is a lot that I can't. This is all I'm privy to at the moment. It's clear she's really got a thing for this guy. I now feel that all the stuff she made up about her not being happy with me and being miserable for the past 10 years is a cover for her relationship with this guy or to make an excuse to kill the marriage. She told me that she needs the time away to think about whether she wants to continue with me. I've spoken to 2 friends about this and they are as shocked as I am. She has never, in a time we have been together, had any male friends, other than minor acquaintances. It's very out of character for her to do this, and I'm just so confused. I know that I can't accept this. On any level. It's driving me absolutely mad. I don't believe she's physically cheated. But she's clearly putting a lot of emotion into this new relationship that is taking away from our marriage. I don't want to lose my family unit. But I can't live like this. What do I do? Everything in my gut is telling me this is unsalvageable. How do you come back from this? I've sort of decided when she comes back I'm telling her that she needs to kill this thing with this guy and no more of these types of things in the future or I'm done. I'm obviously very afraid of the outcome. Update. My wife said she ended the emotional affair. But she didn't. It's a long one. But to wrap it up, my wife was having an emotional affair with a man from her gym, who also has a partner. Instead of just leaving, I confronted her. We spoke very openly and she confessed that she had feelings for him and it was wrong and she will end things with him and focus on our marriage. I trusted her wholeheartedly. About 5 months later, we had a little fight. And she came to me and said she's not happy and wants to leave. She said she wants to stay married but wants to live apart. I found the whole thing very odd. We had a long discussion about it. And I said no. I can't accept that. If you leave, you to leave and we are over. So she said okay, your choice. That made me furious. Anyway, long story short, I accepted that my marriage was over and we were working on how to manage the kids, etc. But then, I saw her on her phone a lot. So I checked her phone. And I found one email to him telling him how she's moving out soon and they will have their own little hideout. I had a panic attack. I thought she wasn't speaking to him. I undeleted all the emails. She had about 200 emails over the last few months of them talking every day, telling each other how much they miss each other. And where they would meet, they caught up a lot. It was so much more than I had ever discovered before and it was undeniable. This was the real reason she was leaving, which all started to make sense. We are now separated. Living in separate houses. I'm feeling totally heartbroken. I read all the emails. I know all the stuff they got up to and how they were both hiding things from their partners and confessing their feelings to each other. I probably shouldn't have read it. But I wanted to know the extent. It was very detailed. He was constantly coercing her to leave. She was oohing and ahhing about it. Saying I have a good husband. And he was telling her if you're not happy, do him a favor and leave. Telling her how amazing she is. And how she is worth fighting for. And how she deserves so much more. I have some really bad days. Where I think about them together. And makes me feel second best. I want vengeance. I want to call his partner and tell her. I want to call him and just lay into him and tell him what I think about him. I go back and forth every day on whether I should. But I feel like it will make me seem weak. Knowing that got away with it. And my life ended up in ruins. Just burns me. I want him to experience some loss too. It's even harder. As I'm trying to work out how to co-parent with her. And I know he's still around. Still cheating on his partner. But now my wife is living alone. She is free and more available. I shouldn't have trusted her. But I was trying to save the marriage. Turns out I should have taken a lot of the advice. I don't know if I will ever get over this. But I know in time I'll get through it. I just don't know what to do with my emotions some days.
Thank you for watching.